JKB back with another episode. Today on the show I'm reviewing the Roccat Torch. Thank you to Roccat for sending over this review unit. This is a USB studio grade microphone. So you're going to be using this primarily for doing your live streaming and recording YouTube videos. And you can also, of course, use it to record any type of audio such as podcasts with the built-in features. So I'm going to get into all of the features and see if, I recommend buying this or not. The first thing I want to discuss is the fact that it comes off of the mixer base. It looks like it's attached, but no, you can actually unscrew it and remove it and put it onto a boom mic that will be off to the side on your desk. It comes with the included cables that you need to be able to do this, to, put it back into the mixing board and then back to the top of your stand. And it's a really cool feature. It lets you kind of customize your vision of your show. So you can have it on your desk or you can have it on a boom mic. Another feature is the built-in pop filter, and this is quite useful because most people want to put a pop filter in front of their mic, which kind of can ruin the visual style of your show. Now it's built in. Another cool feature is the ability to mute your microphone by simply waving your hand over a sensor on top of the microphone. You'll notice that the logo on the microphone itself will turn red, and there's a little indication on the bottom that says you are muted. So this is great for streamers and YouTubers out there that simply just want to mute it in a really cool fashion. And you're able to actually change the sensitivity of that sensor as well. So if you want it to go much higher into the air or lower towards the mic, you can choose that as well. I should also mention the mic is plug and play. You simply plug it in and it's working. You don't have to worry about any of these setups or anything like that. You might have to adjust the actual input in the control panel on your computer, but other than that, it's great. It has 3 selectable patterns for picking up audio, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit more detail in a second, but let me just go over them really quick. You've got the surround sound pickup pattern. So this is useful if you want to record a podcast on a table. It'll record all around the room, so in front of the mic and behind the mic. The next setup that you'll be doing mostly if you're a Twitch streamer is just in front of the mic. So this will pick up the audio in sort of a cone shape in front of the mic. So yeah, streamers and people recording YouTube videos such as myself will use this record pattern. And lastly, they have something called a whisper pattern. So if you're streaming late at night, you can turn this on, and essentially I think it turns up the gain really high, but it might have some built-in features that are keeping a lot of background audio out of it. But let's actually get into some of the demos of what it sounds like. So what you're about to hear is actual audio from the microphone. What I wanted to do is show you what it's like to use this in OBS. Now, the audio you're hearing right now is selected onto the stereo pattern. That means that the microphone is recording from the front and back, and you're able to put up the gain. And as I do that, you'll notice those RGB lights going up and down. However, it also obviously affects my voice because it's picking up more of the area because that is the gain. Now, I'll show you how far I am from the mic. Not that far. So that's the stereo sound that you can get out of this mic. It's for 2 people. Realistically, you're going to use this for podcasting, so you can have 2 people on each side of the mic, and that's how that works. The next pattern up is designed to pick up what's in front of the mic. This is the one that you'll use mostly when you're recording solo audio, such as I am now, or if you want to do, band stuff like that, singing, you could do that as well. Now, this is kind of about 1.5 feet from my face, and that's quality. What does it sound like? It sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm able to sort of fiddle with the gain here as I can go up. You can hear that, but how does it sound? What do you think? I think it sounds pretty good in certain circumstances. The mic does come off this stand, so it does get closer to your face, and you'll notice that when I pick it up and put the gain down and bring it closer to my face, it sounds much better. Now, the last pattern that you can use on this microphone is known as the whisper pattern. This basically amplifies everything and tries to drown out any background audio. I fooled around with it quite a bit, but it's one of those things that you'll definitely not want to use if you don't have the mic close to your face. So let me just switch it over live to the whisper feature, which I'll do right now. And you'll notice that there is a bit of a ringing which I found to be quite weird. Now, watch as I bring the mic closer to me. Sorry about this audio. It's not going to sound spectacular, but you'll see that I'm able to sort of talk in a normal little voice here. I can whisper. I can pump up the gain, but as you can see, when I go up with the gain, you get more background interference. Now, I don't know if that's something from my computer, the room I'm in, the lighting. I don't know if this is going to affect everybody else, but if I bring it down here and bring it lower, I could still do a little bit of a whisper. You know, and the gain's almost off. You can see on here the gain's really low, so I could still use it this way, especially if it's on a mic stand. You'll get away with using it this way. Now that you've got to hear the 3 patterns and you've got to see the mic and all the features, I really do feel like I would recommend this for people that are starting out as streamers on Twitch or YouTube. Especially if you're recording audio. I will recommend, though, you do put this onto a boom mic stand, because you do pick up a lot of audio through the base of the microphone itself, and I mean when it's connected to the desk. So when you put that mixer down on the desk and you move your desk around or tap on the desk, unfortunately there's no built-in sort of foam on the bottom of this or anything like that. I think there's a little bit of rubber that kind of stops the vibrations, but you still hear a lot of that movement within the microphone. So that's why it's important to put this mic on a mic stand, because you don't want to pick that up, and it picks up the typing when it's on the desk as well. So it's something that you want to avoid. So that's probably the weakest part of this. And the other weak part, I would say, is the whisper feature. If you put the gain too high, I did notice that it was picking up some sort of signals from my computer. I think that's probably the lighting that's all over my keyboard, or maybe my mouse pad even has lighting on it. I was picking up a signal from my mouse pad that sends this weird high-pitched sound. So you might run into some issues with the microphone in that regard, and you could hear it in the audio in this video. So other than that, I think the build quality is decent for what it is. I wish maybe the base was made out of metal. It's just plastic. The microphone itself, though, feels great. It's, I believe, mostly metal, some plastic in there, but it's got a very heavy weight to it, so it doesn't feel cheap. I'd say the base of the unit itself is the cheap feeling part. The knobs do feel great. The slide on the gain does feel decent. It also comes with an amazing package of cables that are I believe that are probably top of the end cables in terms of the USB-C cables that come with it. So all of that said, I guess I'll leave the visual aspect to the end here. It's definitely a mic that is showing off a little bit because it changes colors, and you'll notice that in the mic as you're live streaming. It's built for live streamers. Let's be honest here. I don't think a lot of people would buy this mic unless they're recording YouTube videos or Twitch or YouTube live streaming, because of the lighting built into the mic. It's kind of cool. I mean, if you're going to be going all out there and you want to have that ability to have lighting into every piece of tech in your house, then this is definitely a microphone you want to check out, especially if you're getting into live streaming. The RGB lighting is ridiculous. It's everywhere nowadays, so having it in the mic is definitely a plus. But do I recommend it for $100? Yes, I absolutely do. Like I said, there was a few downsides there, but definitely get a mic stand. You can get one probably for $30-40 on Amazon. Once you have the mic off of that base, you just put the base to the side and you don't really need to worry about it. If you want to mute your mic, you just wave your hand over the top. It's that easy. I love the built-in pop feature in there, because a lot of people don't understand how mics work when they're getting into this. They just want good audio. This mic has that. It has that ability to just plug in through USB and work. And you've got the gain right on there. So if it sounds too loud, you just lower it and you'll know where your audio is sitting, and you'll know it's going to sound pretty good. As for hitting the mic when it's on the base, that's the biggest issue. So put it on a mic stand. I do highly recommend this for basically everybody out there that's going to be getting into live streaming. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to bring up that I thought was kind of interesting, that I believe that this also has Turtle Beach technology built into it, the TrueSpeak technology. Now, I wasn't able to really do a lot of research in this, but I know that Turtle Beach does do great audio for gaming out there, so that's something that they don't really talk about a lot, but it's on the box. So it's interesting to know that Turtle Beach was involved with this microphone. I mean, they know what they're doing over there, and it really worked out. So in closing, highly recommend. Thank you for watching the review, and I'll see you on the next episode of JKB.